Alright, hello there YouTube. I had the worst, when I say worst, I mean the worst luck in that previous video here. I'll leave a link to that video in this video description, part 1 of this discussion talk here, where I begin a speech on a really serious topic, I would say. Very serious, more serious than is immediately obvious. But yeah, so I began discussing my idea, well, this is not just an idea, it's definite fact, but uh, whatever you choose to believe, I guess. But anyways, all right, good. So controller synced. Anyways, so as I was saying though, this is using the Incredibles movie series as a working thesis, a theory, example, so-called. I leave the video in this video description as well. The YouTube video that, and pretty much encouraged me to create this one. All right, look at this detail. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Anyways, for Switch 1 game. Alright, so these sorted. Yep. Get these back. So as I was saying though, it is definite proof that, alright, so Edna was known to be the babysitter for Jack Jack. Alright? We're speaking about Jack Jack here, and this guy gave this idea in his video that Jack Jack is some sort of like maniac or freak for believing that, supers are more superior to humans, yada yada stuff and stuff. I'll admit he probably did have some, questionable upbringing. He did have some sort of ego, and that's all that is. But then this guy went on to think that he's some sort of villain or this and the next and the third. And that instantly gave me proof how he behaved right there. And he also reminded me of these Barbadian people on this island that I'm born and I live on, called Barbados. He reminded me of how these people behave, right? Like anytime someone, barely says that, they think they're superior, even if they technically are, because, that's how things work. Some things are superior to other things, correct, right? So he instantly started rattling on about how Jack Jack is probably some sort of villain, this and the next and the third, and I was like, oh my freaking god. What has been detailed in the last few minutes of the part 1 to this topic here is that literally, yeah, it's too easy for people to be detoured into the wrong idea about things, and that the fact that supers are the opposite of freaks, and that people who do not have powers are freaks. This island that I live on, these people are totally, like, I started mentioning about the fact that I work at this gas station. So what I'm going to do here, detailing about what I'm going to do in this game, I'm going to actually fight that monster again. That was the worst luck. I had the worst luck in that video. Right then I was saying it doesn't seem to be capturing. It actually could. So like right after the game actually, right when I put the trap down and it was on the trap, it was, you could capture that monster right after, the same second after I set the trap. Some shit happened. So I'm trying to get some unique item in this game. I don't know, maybe it's the YouTube curse. I'll be trying to get some unique item in this game that is needed to forge the Primordial Malzeno suit in full. I just need one. And the way to get that item is you need to damage the antennae of this monster and cut the tail, and that raises the percentile chance of getting this thing really high when you capture it after that. And for some reason the game just, I guess, effed me over trying to make sure that I don't get the item, because the very same second I set my trap down, you can see I couldn't see on the screen because of how I had my video set up, and I've been sitting in a bad spot to see the screen directly. I am playing this in handheld mode, believe it or not. The Switch 1 games are like boosted now on Switch 2. Kind of awesome, right? But yeah, so that was the messed up there. So like, back to the discussion at hand for this, video game and talk video part 2. This island proves to me that people who have no powers are the problem, actually, believe it or not. Everything is inverted to what people think. People who have no abilities, then sickly people, or people who might be not too smart, not too intelligent. A lot of those people I find flock to little islands like this, Barbados. I'm not talking people down, I'm just talking raw facts. And the sad truth is, these days that we live in, 2026 and beyond, the raw facts are the things that definitely are gonna anger people the most. Like people these days are seriously delusional and are afraid of truth. So I'm just gonna raw out say it right there. Definitely, yeah. Like, I worked at that gas station for the longest while, and just because I do my work properly, I asked them if they have more miles. I asked them if they're you paying card or cash. These people have this idea that you're just supposed to run the fuel. Suppose now the person was paying by card, they don't have cash on them, and the card machines are down, the system is down. All right, like many things could happen. Their card could be declined. Their card could be not working. They could be coming in trying to trick me, and then I'd be out of money. They could just drive away. I mean, the police would deal with it, but I'd still, if it's not dealt with in time, I would have gotten that money taken right out of my paycheck. These people are crazy. I mean, like I've got some negligent freaks living around on this island, and I'm quite sure it is because they are what I would call depowered people. I'm not talking about, they don't have powers or super. It's 2026. Like, most of the population is still sickly to some extent. Powers aren't, being strong and stuff isn't normal yet. So, yeah, it's not that. I'm saying these people literally are even below normal health, human health, normal human strength. A lot of people here are really short. A lot of people here are small. There's a lot of African American people that moved here to live, like, over the past 30 years, a few decades. I know a lot. I'm not just rattling off here. I know what I speak about, right? I know what I'm saying. And just because I did my work properly, or I do proper work, I should say, these people see me as some sort of freak. Oh, I'm freaky, I'm weird. From a young age, I've been looking for a partner instead of just looking for something to F and end up with a chill or something. Like everything you could see as a potential fault for mankind, these people have, and it is literally because they are weaker. I only thought about that after seeing how that guy behaved and instantly started like talking smack about Jack Jack and saying he has to be a villain, most likely, and all that. I was like, whoa. So that's it. That's the reason why this world is progressively more so. So my heavy thought idea, the first one I named that video like supers and not monsters, but this one I'm gonna name Luciferian equals hater of God. Okay, that is really bad. How people look at the mindset people have toward because just because this world is violent doesn't mean that supers will be violent too. Like you grow up with a sense of carefulness to that sense. You're not going to just go and attack somebody randomly, especially if they have powers too. You'd have more responsibility toward that. More, is more useful to you to have life around you and not be alone, right? Why'd you go just what people think these supers do, or gods, or whatever they refer to them as? This is a really serious topic that I think people are being distracted from, and that's why I'm making these videos. This is serious as hell, man, because we've got all these chronicles, all these religions on this earth and all that, and then all of a sudden people are being distracted now into wars and whatever else, right when we are supposedly in what every religion. I'm not just talking about Christianity, all right? Every religion you can think about, all of them are lining up to some story saying that these are the end times and that the gods or the creators or whatever are coming back to this planet. And it's obvious then that these so-called gods, and I'm going to finger quote, you can't really see it because I don't have a camera here. If I did, you'd see me finger quoting. These so-called gods are actually just entities or people who are not watered down or weakened. They're not like used tools or slaves like how humanity is on this planet right now, sadly, because of the Luciferian effort. I call it Luciferian groups, Lucifer detailed as in the Bible, and all everything else, the Chronicle, the book. Yeah, so like hell, people are being distracted from what is going on right before their eyes by using human dramas and human distractions. Oh, war. Oh, sickness. Oh, technology is going to be way more expensive because of AI. Everything is prices are going up. Oh, this next third. Oh, meteor just flew over America. Everything to kind of distract and scare people into not even, and to make it even worse, to kind of solidify and like absolute the distraction from the fact that all of us were supposed to be super, and our species was like enslaved however much hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago, however long ago that was, right? Then last minute, to even absolute the distraction even more, they made a half created fix called a COVID vaccine. So some people they're more vibrant, whatever else, a genetic serum that halfway fixes some people. And then I'll be called a freaking madman too easily, way too easily, where I live here in this island, Barbados. I call it Black Island because 90 something percent of these people here in this island are black. And that's another problem I do believe, because that's a topic for another video entirely. There's this thing I'm talking about, the fact that humanity has been brainwashed into hating supers. All these TV shows coming out. Invincible is brutal. His dad's species are like tyrants that go from planet to planet, like claiming them. Then in Dragon Ball is kind of getting big up there again, and Goku was sent to Earth to literally totally dominate the Earth. It's like they always paint these terrible, terrible, terrible images of super beings, that they're all like demons or like tyrants or something. They're going to destroy the Earth or try to claim total control over it, get people to fear them, when in fact they are the only hope any race could have, because they would have grace, they would have some sense of responsibility living amongst each other. You get what I'm trying to say here? No, like we'd have, all right. The initial idea here is that when you have no powers, you'd actually have more respect for life and see how cherish life more and stuff like that. But no, let me put it this way: you're a weak, feeble animal, all right, and every little thing could kill you. You're going to be more self-centered. You're going to be selfish. Edna Mode, who the guy in the video, I'm going to mention it again because that's what got me to be rattling off about this topic right here and making this video in the first place. Edna Mode literally said that the humans, or the normal people that she now made suits for, right, they're selfish, they're whatever. Yeah, because when you are a normal human and there are all these supers flying around and stuff, you're going to be paranoid as shit, and you're going to be more about yourself. And that's how humanity has been for the past 400 years, to be exact, right? All these wars we hear about, they're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to die, you are. They're going to be thinking about death way more. They're going to be way evil-minded because of that, compared to a super who they just like exist amongst each other and coexist, and let's go to this planet and the next and send this message, or let's exchange these fruit and this livestock, whatever else those freaking species do. But man, now that is so accustomed to thinking about death all the time, they're going to fight each other for food, they're going to fight each other for resources. The same thing that's happening these days that sparked up all these so-called ideas of war. These are countries on this planet, on Earth, what we call Earth, which is really Terra in real life, is actually called Terra, right? The Guardians of the Galaxy gave us the name and people would never think it, all right? We terraform wherever we are called Terran, all right? The word Terra, the terraform, right? We Terran, we're fighting for oil right now across our lands because the oil is running out. Oil is actually all like cremated. Let's just call it cremated live cells from like dead animals or dead whatever from the past, right? And all that fuel is all of a sudden running out, and we're fighting. Every little thing that happens, humans fight because they're weak, they're feeble, and the idea is the other person has to die, not me. All right. So no, not having powers makes you the monster. I don't know what the hell happened. I supposedly went for people say that I'm crazy or stupid or whatever for even doing this on YouTube. If it is real, people would shut their mouths. But maybe shutting my mouth would actually, because everyone knows, right? I could just disappear off the map. But if I talk about this, I preserve my life, whatever The same reason that Jack in The Incredibles possibly had to run and go back to the past to preserve his life and stay safe is the same reason that I'm doing this. I went for a tetanus shot, and nail went directly through my foot like someone, I don't know, time traveler or some shit. It was so weird. My mother sent me to the back of the house for something, and there was a nail at the edge of the right behind the well at the side of my house, so I couldn't see it, obviously, right? And it went straight through my foot. And I was told then, because you know I'm a big adult by then, I have to go and get my tetanus shot. I saw 3 old women in this room, and their aura was so weird. 3 of them looked at each other. 2 of them looked at each other after I got the injection, and they were like this body language and energy saying, yes, the job is done. It was like all of this for tetanus shot. I felt extremely tired, more than usual. I was like, maybe there's just the tetanus maybe working through. Suppose I possibly almost got tetanus, and it's actually working. I just got that idea in my mind one time. I went home and I was tired, and the very next day I got up. Ever since then, I can't get tired easily. I have way more strength even for my size. I have high metabolism. My dad, I inherited his gene for sure, and he's kind of skinny. We're small people, alright? And I have a lot of strength. I can't get tired easy. This is why I went to the gas station job I mentioned in the previous video here. Yeah, alright. And what I'm getting at is that I know for a fact, like personally, after being a normal person my entire life, pretty much, because I did have some blips of maybe that's it. It just amplified, you know, turned it back on from whatever they injected me with as a baby. All of us grew up having to get vaccines, injections, and all that from a young age, right? Whoa, knocked me off my flip. Holy shit. So this thing definitely could have captured when I was doing the previous video before, and I'm definitely going to do it here. It was just like the worst luck of timing. Maybe the YouTube curse is real. Holy shit. Alright, so I am convinced that the opposite is what's going on. The supers are not the monsters. It's the normal people and maybe followers of Lucifer and whoever else that hate the gods for whatever reason they do, that want to brainwash mankind into hating the idea of, you know, powerful beings, like, oh, we need to be killed, all that shit they might be spreading. When I was at the gas station, I kid you not, alright, and part of the reason why I left as well. And this would tie back into the Jack story, and what I think is I'm going to talk about Jack right after, alright? So, I was at the gas station one day, and I got this odd energy from this woman. She brought this Jeep, like, it's not easy to explain without sounding like a psycho or a madman, people, you know, the term. But I could sense by her energy that possibly the vehicle wasn't hers. She was driving someone else's vehicle. So I just asked her up front, you sure this is whatever? And, you know, it's diesel or fuel, I was asking her. And she seemed out of it. I don't know if it was a mistake because it's not hers and I could just be being delusional, yeah, myself. But I could sense that she was like waiting for me, and maybe that was the excuse, you know, anyone could say then it wasn't her vehicle, it was a mistake. She was waiting for me to step down from the counter where I was. I just had this odd, you know, they say that the spirit moves you. When I was working there, I just had this odd obsession randomly to for doing it again. I should have changed my heavy stance. I'm using the light stance again, attacking this thing. But anyway, let me get off and change it. Alright, so it could easily be said that that wasn't, you know, it was a mistake, but no, I heavily do not think that. Aura energy does not lie, it is a term that people use. And yeah, so she was waiting for me to get down from the counter. It felt like, and I could see from the corner of my eye, she was looking through, I think, the rear view mirror or whatever, and she was trying to time it, and she just let go of the handbrake. How could you just let go of a handbrake at a gas station? And just the vehicle flew straight back into the person behind her. I had a few people like literally denting this man's hood right in, like total damage, and I could have easily been pinned in that vehicle. And it didn't happen, but even if it did, it might have been a good thing it didn't happen. It'll be exposed, wouldn't it, right? Some other things happen around there that, you know, the fact that I could have worked from 4 in the evening all the way until 6 a.m. the next morning without being too tired, and they could still get back to work the next day. Yeah, like I've been the mitochondrion and my cells have been fixed, so as whatever else they say. A lot of weird shit is going on. This island is in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean, so I do not doubt that I'm some freaking live experiment and it worked. On other countries that, you know, like way stronger NSA, way stronger CIA, people are more like not paranoid but more careful and higher security. On islanders don't give a shit about anything, so there's a lot of factors that could say I definitely was tested on. You never know, but I am not normal in that sense anymore. I can go days without having to eat too much. I don't get tired too easily, and people seeing me work there how I did. I bought this Switch 2 that I have here. I bought these devices that I'm using to record with just easily, man. So a lot of things, long story short, these people got in my way. I saw signs of tampering, and people maybe threatening my life, even maybe thinking, having some idea that I'm some sort of freak or alien or whatever it is. But no, I'm Shamar, and me, I was born here. It's just we as a species were too brainwashed. I think it's all the Luciferian agenda that's going on. They're scaring people with this alien stuff. Maybe some of these things could be man-made. They're trying to scare people right before God comes out, or his clan comes back to the earth. I think that's what's really happening. And then all of a sudden, all the movies, are almost all of them, are referencing supers. So they just really want people to really hate and or doubt and or fear in a bad way these creatures. Maybe shoot at them, send missiles, or they want to kill all of us, all that idea. And I was being treated the same way. I'd say it was I'm not going to prove it, but I can kind of maybe slightly half joke and say maybe all of this is to see how people react. I am not normal in a good way. There's even a guy in my neighborhood that calls me not normal as a nickname for a few years now. It's crazy. But point is, no, not crazy. that isn't a term I should be using. It's like, this is like serious as hell. But just think about it, right? People instantly fear you. As I detailed in my first video, humans, people who are normal, are afraid of supers, not in a good way. They would kill your arse. Like, they think that you're an alien or some shit. Not necessarily. Our species has been weakened. One of the Mandela effects that happen, like, people don't even want to believe that time travel could be real. Time travel, Mandela effects, if you don't know what that is, MANDA. It started with the hypothesis that really and truly Nelson Mandela died in jail, and in this timeline he never died. I think that's it. This timeline he never died, but I think that caused a timeline that is so terrible that they had to go back and change it, that he didn't die, maybe because the black people did something terrible because of it. It caused the timeline where the black people lost the the Black Lives Matter movement still happened, and it's still been really racist even now. All the movies, especially the spin-off for the spin-off for Malcolm in the Middle. No, his girlfriend is black. Who knows? Maybe in the timeline, the Little Mermaid that recently released, the Little Mermaid, the live action, she's a black girl. That could have been a white girl. Like, it's still racist, but it might have been way worse if Nelson Mandela died. I think that's what happened, so they changed the timeline. And so people are like on edge these days, and it's really bad. And I think similar happened to Jack in the Incredible story. I think he was kind of scared somehow into not using all of his powers, because, you know, it says he still has his laser eyes or laser hands, whatever it is that he does, but he doesn't use all of his powers. I guess he's afraid of using them. Who knows? I could be totally correct by the time that movie launches in the 2028. It's 2028 those movies are coming out, right? It's 2026 right now. But I'm telling you all, I have personal experience that definitely tells me being more capable than the majority makes you a target, not the other way around. Like, people get this idea that you'd be, you know, look at it, even the story in the Bible, I keep mentioning it again, the Chronicle, Jesus was slaughtered because people thought he was some sort of freak or something, and they had multiple reasons, other things that just escalated over time, and it got worse and worse, and they killed the man. Like, it's said that he came back or something, but they freaking slaughtered this man, alright? So I'm telling you, Ja is not a villain. That video, people might start creating those videos and it would become a big theory. I do see it happening. I'm really good at these sort of predictions. No, people are wrong when they say that, and it is part of the Luciferian agenda, I am sure. The Luciferian agenda gives the idea that anything with powers is evil, and that they are, if anything with powers is evil, then Jesus is evil, huh? If you get what I'm trying to say, people are saying then Jesus is evil automatically, God's are evil. No, it is Lucifer's idea to smartly try to turn man against the gods right before they return. That's definitely what's happening. I am lucky enough to have been serum injected, I call it. That's definitely what it has to be. I am not normal in that sense, and I'm not evil. I even for the more than usual, I guess maybe that's a part of the gene. I care about people even more for some reason. I care about life even more. The fragility of life like annoys me. That's why I did that gas job, because all the amount of people like normal humans working there, they're always tired. The gas might make them a little sick, so they're always home. They don't do their job well. They can't focus. So sometimes they might even put the wrong fuel in people's vehicle. They might get run overs. They might not put too much fuel in the person's vehicle. A lot of things happened that I kept my full focus and I did to try to help the public. If I was a monster, I would not be doing perfect self-service. I would not be doing perfect service for the people. Instead of them self-serving their vehicles and pumping their fuel, asking them if they have a card, if there's a card they're using, asking them if they have more miles. More miles is like a point system, and they can use the points over time if they keep coming and getting their more miles. The other workers weren't even giving them their friggin' more miles points. So like, damn, it is that bad, right? So I am all about trying to help, and even for the more and all of this, it is the total opposite of what you're thinking. The Luciferian agenda is trying to get people to fear supers in a very freaking bad way, because it's their last minute attempt agenda to turn mankind against God. Alright, that's literally what it is. So with that video I saw, I instantly knew what could happen, and I'm going to be making this as a talk against it. It is definitely not true. Ja is not a villain. If he ends up being a villain in the story and that's what they went with, maybe that's part of the agenda. The world went at me because he was literally comparing Ja's future self, if that's actually his future self and not his son or something. It could be a different story. He was saying that character could be compared to Homelander. Hell no. Hell freaking no. Not after growing up on the power and stuff like that. That's very unlikely. Maybe, if anything, if that character, believe it or not, is some sort of like descendant of maybe that could actually be the movie kickoff. Like, I could be spoiling something, a movie, even before it comes out 10 years, 2 years, I could be saying 10 years, 2 years or 3 years from now. He could actually be a descendant of a Syndrome who, like, you know, watched Mr. Incredible in the past and stuff like that there as some sort of obsession, and maybe even caused the obsession of Syndrome, his great-grandfather, whatever the hell it is. It could be something entirely different that's happening here, but point is, with that character, though, supers are the total opposite of evil. They'd have grace, they'd have more encouragement to be, you know, see how precious life is. You feel for them, man. Like, it isn't easy to explain in that sense. It isn't easy at all. You begin to see for yourself personally. I'm talking about if you then all of a sudden, or like how I am, you'd be able to see then all of a sudden how simple life should be. And then there are these people around you who are totally the opposite of what you are, could get tired easily, could get sick. You instantly then understand what happened to this species too, more than likely. And it's like, I became the total opposite of a friggin' monster. But then these people are spreading these theories now and all that. Oh, they're evil. The very first episode of The Boys, the main character, the guy, one of the main characters, his girlfriend was like killed instantly by a speedster. Um, I mentioned already, Invincible. The main characters, his dad is from some planet of these freaking tyrants that totally, literally, decimate planets and take over them. And it's crazy what they're doing, what they're trying to do. It is not right. It's not good. I'm telling you, this is propaganda against God, because if you have a ability at all, it's not like, oh, they're saying that they're to have ability, you definitely, because this is a sinful earth, these people do nonsense. They're trying to paint the idea that the creatures, anything that has power, if you've got common sense, you instantly know that something is wrong there. And you can't, just because you're away, they're going to be bad ones. So what I think is actually happening here, the fallen angels we hear about in the book of Chronicle, those are the bad supers, right? The bad supers, or they were using this planet. So we maybe were supposed to have some level of ability. We heard about Samson in the book of Chronicle as well. The story of Samson, most people know about. There are other characters as well that had abilities throughout the books. The bad supers from that species or clan or whatever it is came down here, and maybe that's why we're so sickly. We've gotten these injections from babies. Maybe it was to cut off our powers. Who knows? I'm telling you, more than likely. There's some people on Earth that they avoided injections and stuff like that, and the foods that we eat are generated then to give them cancer and stuff like that. If they have what I call natural super cells, they'd most likely get sick. A lot of people have been trying to avoid what they've been doing, but this world is literally designed around trying to make sure that humans do not develop powers, humans do not develop strength, health, longevity, you call it, like lifespan. Literally, this earth has been made into livestock, quite literally. Things that I cannot prove here, or I would definitely become a target. But I'm just gonna, this is for creative, like entertainment purposes only. I could easily say, huh? I maybe not really mean it, but who knows what I'm really, yeah. But I can't prove it, or I become a target. But other than that, yes, I am telling you people, this is what has been done to our planet, and we are in the final days for sure, because I see them creating the literal attack against supers. Why would you want a species, why would you want your own species to be weak and feeble? There's this singer called The Weeknd. His one Mandela effect that I saw happening for sure, his singer name, his handle was The Weeknd with an E, right? But all of a sudden the Mandela effect, or changed the time, erased the E, and now it's literally pronounced, if you look at it properly, there's no E anymore, so it's weakened. Our species has been weakened. That's what they're smartly telling us, and that is scary as hell, because of what I know. And I've been, alright, so another thing that adds to this, right? I've been picked on. I've been the underdog, one of the main underdogs around here in that sense. Maybe not. Definitely not on an underdog, but I've been picked on a lot. So people will get this idea that I either went crazy, even when I don't get tired easily, like I said, and I would walk to work every single day. And I literally, I tell you, I walked the main road up a road called Green Hill up to Warren's here in Barbados, and I would be walking at top speed all the way up. And these stupid people, these stupid Barbadian people, would be like, oh, he's mad, or he's crazy, or no, you jackass, no, you freaking human. I just don't get tired. What's the sense of me having this ability and not using it because I'm worried people would think I'm crazy? I get to work way earlier. I always got to work on time. I sometimes even went to work a few hours early so I could just rest out in the lunchroom, and so that I could get, like, say my shift was supposed to be 6 in the morning, I could start at exact 6. All of that, right? I mean, if you're look at it, man. Like, I was even working to full efficiency because of my ability. My cells are that healthy. Let's word it like that. So something is terribly fishy, terribly wrong, about them wanting to poison people against, healthy people. Let's not use the term super anymore. They want to poison people against healthy genetics. It is the Luciferian agenda in these last days. The New World Order is about getting people afraid of the gods. All right, I'm telling you, and I'm getting emotional even. This is serious as hell. This is not good. You could watch the video that really pressed me into creating this topic. These two videos. The first video of discussion I'll have there, and then at the below that I should have the link to the direct link to the YouTube video some guy made speaking about freaking Jack and saying how he grew up to be a villain most likely and all that. No, 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 no. You could even see one Edna Mode in his video that like he showed some clips and all that. I need to get a new laptop that I could do some video editing. I could like go and battle against the agenda in my way that you've got to have both sides, right? Battle against this dying Luciferian agenda. Edna even said that the normal humans, the spoilt, freaky, those models, they only think about themselves because any species that is weak and sickly, they have to think about themselves in that sense. If you get what I'm saying, they're forced to be more evil because they're more going against death. Like they're gonna be like freaking imagine if you hurt a wild animal, all right, like seriously hurt this thing that is near to death. Is going to be more savage. The same thing going on here. These monsters are kicking at me, biting at me. The same thing. How these monsters behave, right? Literally, quite literally, is how humanity became in the last 40, 50 years, especially, and after World War II and stuff like that. Over the years, the species is like a hurt, wounded animal out in the wild. So they're going to bite for everything. People kill. There's like shootings that happen. Police have to deal with that sort of stuff every day because the species has no power. It is a wounded animal in the wild. The same thing, all right? So they want humanity to remain like that. Whoever bad ones, they're bad supers and good supers. So we should, before being brainwashed into thinking that all supers are going to be evil and they'd kill us and all that shit. No, we need to start thinking about who on this planet are supers that might be villains. If you get what I'm saying, bloodlines that seem a little too prominent, all right? But they have like this continued agenda to treat humanity like livestock instead of the other way around, all right? So we're gonna get this here captured. Like no worries, I'm gonna get this captured for sure. The timing was too off. There it is. It saw me, didn't it? No way, man. Come on, bitch. Alright, so I take care of beat 2. You beat the ice as well, so let me just gotcha. Even my dexterity, my reaction time playing games and stuff like that is like above normal. Even my neuroactivity is like something else. After that, like think Spider-Man, easiest example I could find. You end up similar to how that character is, but in real life. And then all this shit going on the planet, and plus this species is brainwashed into thinking that these things cannot happen because they don't want people to realize what they're supposed to be, what they are. You're then encouraged into thinking that you're crazy, all that. Oh shit. Alright, barely dodged that. Alright, so faster reaction time, everything. Oh, come on, man. Yeah. Oh my god. Dodge that. That was a dodge, believe it or not, man. I'm telling you. Alright, come on. Running? Please tell me you ain't running. Alright, cool. Alright, so that is literally the case. I'm just gonna focus more on this game now, but yeah, it's Luciferian. They want people to fear power, although Jesus, it's so like I could laugh even because I'm looking from a different perspective now after that whatever freaking so-called techno shot I got years back. I could laugh now looking at it. You have all these religions and stories detailing a literal super that was named Jesus, And then at the same time, you're somehow still humanity's retarded as hell. You're still easily brainwashed into thinking that all powers are not real, people can't do this, people can't do that, put movies in front of their faces. No, it's just fear. They're not brainwashed, I should say, or tricked into disbelieving. They're encouraged to fear these things. And all of a sudden, the boys, they made that spin-off called, what is it? The spin-off with the high school Generation 5, something like that, right? Whatever it's called. And all of them so damn savage. Like, it's like, damn it, man. Things that definitely would not be happening if you had a race that was like mature enough in having powers, because I think they just unnaturally gave those humans powers. So in that story and timeline, so yeah, you could be right in a sense. You know, it could be a problem if people all of a sudden got powers, but the gods, the idea, the species, anything that has powers, that's the idea that they're giving these things are evil and yada yada and a bunch of shit. No, what's evil is Lucifer. Alright? Alright, Lucifer and whatever else, the bad side that is trying to encourage this species to remain weak, to remain ignorant and fearful, but not in a good way, is the problem, the one who's evil. Alright? So, damn it, come on, come on, come on. White ain't it showing up for capture, man. I got the tail off before, like I got everything you need to do done, and then the game just like timed it off on me that it wouldn't capture. Then no, it isn't showing up at all. Come on, I'm running out of time here, like camera memory here. Come on, the YouTube curse is damn annoying, man. Or is it just happening like this because I keep telling myself it's gonna happen, huh? It's the same thing, alright? You're encouraged to think negative. Negative is going to happen. Your mind literally affects reality directly, including abilities and stuff like that. Come on, tackle it, tackle it, tackle it, tackle it, tackle it. These characters are so bad writing these mod series, it ain't funny. These characters are so bad at this. Alright, got it. Got it down, got it down. Into the head. Oh, come on. Top it again. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get out the freaking way. Get out the damn way. I'll be run. Oh my god. Still not showing up for capture. Like, why? How? And it was so soon in the other episode, right? I even started my heavy stats even earlier than now, so Hawaii, how the hell? Yeah, I don't think the tail, I got the tail again, I didn't notice. Come on, I think I have like the most, another 10 minutes or some shit. Ah. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. Come on. Shit. Run, run, run. Alright, so go sharpen this. Where is the tail? I think it's limping, kinda. Where is the dang tail? Alright, I think I see it. I think I see it. On the map, yeah. So it's somewhere in the water here. Oh my god, alright, there it is. Oh my god, my god, my god, my god, my god. The same thing that I feared happening in the previous video. It was, believe it or not, I would have been able to, it died in no time, man. Like, I would have been able to finish the recording, and now I possibly actually might run out of camera memory. I hope not. I so hope not. Oh my god. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. 10 minutes, same thing I said before. And ah. Ah. Go, come on, come on, come on. Up, up. Ah. I ain't scared of you, shit. Ah, this movie is so stupid. So freaking stupid. Ah. Alright. Come on, man. Jumping along. Ah. Ah. Not yet. Come on. Good. There we go. There it is. So our prey is weak, right for the capture. Come on. Ah. Run. Alright, so set this. I should heal. Something is telling me in mind that I should heal first in case I get hit trying to crack it, right? Alright. Ooh, nice. Goes down. One. Got him. Please tell me that I get my contrary shirt. Please. Alright, so I'm going to end this soon enough. Anyways, my memory has to be barely making it. So, yeah. After this, that's the end. If you like this episode, this discussion, you like to hear more on this topic, I'm thinking about making some live stream discussions with some showing stuff going around the internet and really like getting in depth, like a bit into the future actually. Alright, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever and whenever you're watching. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907. I don't think I got one. I still have to fight this. So I'm going to be doing this off screen as a way I just thought about doing this. Yeah. So. Alright. Yeah, this is a really serious topic, man. Like, the Luciferian agenda is real, alright? So, yeah, until next, I'm going to be continuing this with my YouTube save data here that I started. Those first 3 episodes are going to be continuing the next upload. But I just made this discussion showing some fights and stuff as well. I'll be doing this on and off. Alright? So, yeah. Have a nice day, night, afternoon, morning, wherever and whenever you're watching. Until next upload. Alright? Stay tuned.